Hey guys, it's 21 Maxwell here, and welcome to our delayed video for this week for our TEW series. It is our SmackDown Live pay-per-view as Payback in the year 2022. Apologies for the video coming out on Monday instead of Sunday. Just had one of those days where I felt absolutely horrible. Show was all booked, it was ready to go, and I just didn't have the energy to record it. So, here we are on Monday. Looking forward to hopefully a good show. And yeah, I've decided that next week's video is actually going to be a women's pay-per-view show. I was going to go to the next male event, but I just feel it's going to be too much to book in a week, so I'm going to put a female pay-per-view, and it's a good one because it'll let you see the depth of the women's roster, and they can certainly, in my opinion, hold their own to a great pay-per-view. And let's be honest, highly likely they're going to be main event in WrestleMania this year, and they truly deserve it. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on the high potential of a women's main event at WrestleMania. Since we last did a video, AEW is a thing, so what's people's thoughts on that? Be honest, who's starting the TW save with them in this TW? Who's maybe going to wait to TW 2020 and see how they are in certain databases? And then go with them there. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Who else do you see joining them? What did you think of WWE's UK takeover as well? That was quite enjoyable. Won't give any spoilers, but nice little surprise there. And let us know your thoughts as well as we head into the 2019 Royal Rumble. Here we go. On to the subject at hand, as of course Payback. So, like the pay-per-view last week for Raw, we are really establishing storylines going forward, bringing a lot more characters into it, because I feel a lot of the matches previously have just been basic stories, short stories. We need to get other people involved, so, you know, you get like a guy facing another guy, and then that feud would die, and then somebody else would randomly appear. I want to get non-wrestlers involved and the like as well. So we start the show with our main event, which is hyping up the rematch for the World Heavyweight Championship, the Velveteen Dream's first title defence against the former champion Daniel Bryan. A90 for this particular rating. We show the video of Daniel Bryan getting the pinfall over Velveteen Dream on our last SmackDown Live. They got the show off to a strong start, crowd hotter, and progresses their storyline. We'll say just close to 60,000 in the VA Scott Stadium as well. Or in the Scott Stadium in Virginia, I think that is. Anyway, opener. Decided to go with a high standard international matchup. It was about that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from a crowd as we saw Zack Sabre Jr. defeat Andrade Cien Almas in 2022 by pinfall after using underhanded tactics. So B79, both guys with a good performance. This one will be hampered by a lack of what associated storyline, but two guys who I've been impressed with in real life, just doing great bits. So yeah, I wanted to see this matchup, and it is the Brit who picks up the win. After the matchup, we get a promo from Zack Sabre Jr. just basically saying, you know, it's time people start paying attention to the Submission King. You know, defeated so many people in the last couple of weeks, and it's about time, you know, he starts to get taken seriously in the WWE. So a B+87 and the crowd hotter. Undertaker, pretty weak on commentary. Next up, we've got AJ Styles. He's joined the announce booth. He's going to be doing colour commentary on our next match. Basically a cruiserweight showdown for a potential championship match against the champ, AJ Styles, B-76. But AJ, of course, now in 2022, serious declining physical ability, and of course it's 2016, so his overness might not be at the level as it is in present day, which is worrying to think we've played 6 years in this save. Is actually frightening. The matchup was poor, but it saw Leo Rush pick up the win. Other cruiserweights included Tyler Bate, Robbie Solar, Dynastia, and Christopher Daniels. See, this is what I'm looking forward to when we do get a save in the next TW, although it is a full year away. It's going to be more modernised people, so you'll get the likes of a Jordan Devlin and a lot of the NXT UK people, just to name a few. But in this matchup, Leo Rush was head and shoulders above everyone else. Tyler Bate was a weak link. That ain't happening in real life, that ain't happening in a future mod, but because of how outdated the data is now, that's the case here. But a good win for Lio Rush, giving him a little push going forward. And yeah, a few positives, a few negatives as you would expect, and Daniels just putting people over. After the matchup, we just have a stare down, and AJ Styles says, Lio Rush, you want your match in the future, you're going to get it. So looking forward to that little match. A90, AJ Styles, and Lio Rush. Just hope I remember to book that. Next up, we had a spectacular match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. It was a bout that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from our crowd. It had a lot of guys who really came to SmackDown to get an opportunity. In the case of Marty Scurll and Will Ospreay, who were kind of the lower end members of the Magnificent Seven, and of course the Revival, who I believe Scott Dawson is still glitched on, so his character's glitched, so it doesn't really improve or decline. So again, just one of those things. But the Usos do pick up the win. Great match in 24:42. The Revival go first, then Scurll and Ospreay. Second title defence for the Usos, but just deciding they're better together and they can help elevate not just the tag division on SmackDown, but end of the day, Scurll and Ospreay are going to be propelled to the main event at one point, and I really want the Revival to be a really solid team, a team that's constantly getting tag team title reigns, which they maybe aren't getting in this, that they should because of the glitch with Dawson. Always improving technical and performance, but never actually doing so. Next up, we've got a hype video for another international match that people would love to see, Pentagon and Kenny Omega. So it's a B-74. Match itself was decent, and it was Pentagon with a shock win over Kenny Omega in 15-17 by pinfall with a top rope styles clash, giving Pentagon the European Championship. So Kenny's lost it pretty quickly, but I really just want to keep building as many guys as I can. It's completely shocking the system. Bringing a new kind of superstar to WWE, so likes of Pentagon Jr., Zack Sabre Jr., people, let's be honest, we are very highly unlikely to see in the WWE getting an opportunity. It is TEW, it is fantasy booking after all, and as I say, we've probably got another year or two of this save left, so we may as well go a little mad. Then had a good match up, a bit of a feud here. Chad Gable got an upset win on SmackDown over Fergal Devitt. He got pissed off by it. So, a bit of beatdowns, brawls, etc. So Chad gets his one-on-one match. He does pick up the win here. It was good with a decent reaction. The win in 21-12 was by count-out. Devitt decides, I've had enough of this. Reality is he wasn't wanting to put him over. So it allows me to extend the feud a little bit. It was a B+86. It's really just trying to get Chad to the main level and main event level in the feud, so this will help. As you can see, the inconsistency for Devitt, and of course the booking decisions hurting. Devitt's another one that's going to be interesting in the next TW because he won't be a racist in that, which you get pulled up for in this game. And although his stats will be a good bit better, and the fact his overness will be far better, he will of course be 3 years older. So I'm interested to see in the next TW, because it's not been mentioned at the time of recording, how they handle workers getting a little bit older. Because some people like John Cena, what we can see is declining a little bit. AJ Styles is on top of his game. It's crazy. We'll see. Next up, hyping the inter-promotional Raw v SmackDown match, just based on the verbals from Rusev and Marcel Barthel, as of course Rusev, former Raw superstar, has taken the IC title to SmackDown. That's an A91. Disappointing match. Good matchup though. Marcel Barthel picks up the win over Rusev in 2046. He takes the title back to Raw following an interference from Volta. Marcel Barthel wins the IC title. 100% this was based on the fact that Walter debuted at NXT UK, and I'm like, I need to push this guy. So hopefully him and Marcel Barthel, which I wouldn't be surprised if, I think they've linked up before, I believe so. I'm not too familiar with European independence, but if you've got British Strong Style, you've got Undisputed Era, easily can have something with Barthel, Volta, and Fabian Aichner, so that'll be interesting. So at this point there's a B79 lack of psychology, so that's a worry there. So Rusev and Barthel will need to go to the likes of Daniel Bryan, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, just to get their stats up. But overall, It gets the IC title back to the Raw brand, and it gives Volta and Barthel something to brag about. And after the matchup, Volta and Barthel beat Rusev down, and it gets an A96. Storyline advances gaining heat, although that'll be the end of that. And yeah, Walter came out of that looking poor, so we really need to push him on. He was someone, of course, imported into this particular database. Next up, hype promo from Johnny Gargano against Kevin Owens at B+86. Classic tale of good guy, babyface versus villain. And again, this match wasn't as great as I was hoping, but good matchup. Gargano picks up the win over KO in 21:49 with Hurts Donut. Wow, 81 for Gargano, 92 for KO. Storyline just wasn't over enough. But I don't even think I had the storyline in there, so that's my bad. That was last minute booking. But I have been doing a lot of angles between them, so again, that's probably on me for just booking too much and getting silly stuff like storylines. It's been a long month. But yeah, Gargano get the win. May even turn that into a storyline now, basically saying, you got your shock victory. Could you really beat me again? So we'll look into that. Basically need our main event to basically be spectacular. So we have a spectacular over-the-top entrance from the Velveteen Dream. A-star 100. Match does well, I'm happy with that. Superb matchup, the Velveteen Dream defeats Daniel Bryan in 30-35 by pinfall, with a power line following an interference, botched interference, by the Commissioner of SmackDown Live, my user character, Shane McMahon. So Velveteen Dream makes the defence of the WWE Heavyweight title, first one, A92, no skill improvements here, negatives. The heat wasn't over in the storyline, painkillers and declining physical ability for Dream and Bryan respectively. I just feel like I've got Jericho running Raw, and I just feel like Shane's always been my SmackDown guy and he's always been babyface, so I feel like if I'm going to be using him, it might be time to turn him heel. Obviously not straight away, so that's something that I'll do, in the episodes of SmackDown, just pushing forward that heel character. I just love them arguing, come to blows, A-star 100, so we can tease something in 2022 between Bryan and Shane. Overall, A93, it means we don't lose any pop, which is good, but I think we're kind of stuck at the level we're at just now. Can't even do Shane McMahon, so we'll go Velveteen Dream and Daniel Bryan. Overall, pleasing, good show. Oh, and because it's just reminded me, despite a fantastic offer given to Rusev, like it was said he was definitely going to sign, he's went to Dragon Gate, so yeah, there's no reason to take the title off him. But it's cool. It takes us, again, although it is pretty away from real life, and it just makes it a proper fantasy mod going forward, effectively. But yeah, we'll just be doing some crazy stuff until we get to TEW 2020, which obviously is a good bit away. They're basically between national and global. They get a lot of guys in there. CM Punk, just to name just one that I could see quickly there that's quite over. So yeah, I mean, it's companies that they're alright in real life, but they're not quite as massive as they are in here. So let's have a look. Anything else that directly affects us? Payback, fantastic reviews, nothing else there directly affects. Number 1 in the USA and in Canada and the US, Japan. Mia Yim's left. Again, she was just not happy with what I was offering, just trimming the roster down. I have said I do want to try and put the females back on Raw and SmackDown, just to effectively save me for booking free shows and getting them back on pay-per-views. Because I'd like to do some mixed tags with main events, or even potentially having a woman going for the WWE Championship, because it is an integrated women's division, so yeah, it would work. Try to look at bringing in Ashley Lane just as another solid professional for the women's division. Luke Harper, not a fan. Not being considered. What are the others doing? 23 grand for 4 years. Right. If you just want to bankrupt yourselves, good luck. I wouldn't keep her in the company for 4 years. Not at 36, I wouldn't that way any wrestler in this. So good rating on the WWE Network, and yeah, overall, a pretty okay week. So by the end of this week, in game and in real life, I'll be aiming to do the women's pay-per-view. As I say, we do have a stacked roster anyway, and just in case you aren't too familiar, various champions such as the television champion, the talented Rhea Ripley. Probably should just ditch the talented and just go Rhea Ripley because she's doing some fantastic stuff. IRL. Shine Tag Team Champions, Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott, and the Women's Champion, Paige. So we're stacked, and that doesn't even include the likes of Ronda Rousey, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Charlotte, Becky, you name it. Dana Brooke, who's obviously a star in this, and of course our NXT Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss. Not Sami Zayn, Alexa Bliss. So yeah, that'll be it for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching it. We've also signed Keith Lee, if you've noticed. So it's time to bask in his glory. But yeah, just really looking forward to having fun for the rest of the year. Really having some strong pushes and just really having a good bit of fantasy booking. That's the plan. I just plan to see it the save until 2020 comes out, effectively, or until the end of the year, WrestleMania 40 in game, and then we'll take a break or whatever. As much as I'd love to start an R-save, and there's always been times I've considered it, either with this or with EWR, the time's just not there, I'm afraid. I'm struggling to book this on top of anything else. But yeah, this is the main save that's been down since day one, and I'm stubborn enough that I want to keep this going until we get to the new game. So yeah, thank you for watching, it's much appreciated. If you enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up. Any comments deeply appreciated on this, your own saves, wrestling in general, the questions that were asked at the start of the particular video. And yeah, I hope you join us for our women's pay-per-view next week, which I don't have a name for. So again, any suggestions for that, much appreciated. But most importantly, guys, thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you all real soon. Bye bye.